I need to understand how this happened. Did this happen because you are an investor and you saw a need, or did this happen as a result of you are a techie and you saw what caused you to create this thing?
So, by the way, I think that's a great question for us to discuss. I was a I was a research analyst for an investment bank in the tech bubble, and I'm not a serial entrepreneur. You know, there are many startup founders who are just incredible people who say, okay, where's a really big market ready for disruption?
Yeah.
I'm going to start a company there. And they do it over and over again, right? There's another type of founder of startups, of people who build the product that they want themselves,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was, you know, I was a research analyst for Morgan Stanley, and I saw that people were publishing views about stocks on blogs, and that the future was moving away from the gatekeepers and away from the establishment into, you know, just like restaurant reviews, you know, used to be, you buy a book, you know, the Michelin Guide or Zagat's or something like that. And therefore they determined what people thought about restaurants. And then suddenly restaurant reviews moved to Yelp,
Yeah.
book reviews moved to Amazon, right? It was like the wisdom of crowds. And
Right.
so I realized was I saw all of this content starting to be published on the web. And what I realized was it's going to be incredibly valuable to aggregate this and to filter it, because there's lots of risk for manipulation. You don't know how reliable somebody is. You
Right.
don't know whether they're a criminal, right?
Right.
And so someone needs to come in the stock market and aggregate this content, but also ensure that it's compliant, meaning that the compliance standards, which are standard in the finance industry, to make sure that people are honest. Like, if you have a position in a stock that you're writing about, you should disclose it so that
Yeah.
people realize you have that position. And so basically with Seeking Alpha, I just built the product that I wanted. And so even now, Seeking Alpha is a 200-person company, but I personally am deeply involved in our product because
When
I
you say
use it.
200-person, is that all the writers?
No, that's just our employees. There's thousands of contributors.
Okay.
We've got 200 employees and thousands of contributors.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, the product that I just gave you access to, Kerry, has had like tens of millions of dollars of investment in it. It's you know, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to show it to you and give it to you, right?
Right.
Because I mean, I'll just give you one kind of example, which is a lot of what we've been thinking about over the last year was, when I started Seeking Alpha, it was, we're gonna get you all the articles. The whole philosophy of Seeking Alpha is, number one, treat our readers as intelligent people. Don't treat them as people who need to be told what to do.
Okay.
Treat them as people making their own decisions. And the best way to help people to make their own decisions is to give them both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
And let them evaluate it and let them choose for themselves. That might sound like a really obvious thing because, for example, that's the way the whole legal system in America and Western countries work, right? Which is, you don't have a judge who stands up and says, here's whether I think this person is guilty or innocent. You have a jury who listens to both sides of the case, always. And so you don't expect people to be unbiased, right? Mm-hmm. The job of the prosecutor is to make the case that the guy's guilty. The job of the defense attorney is to make the case that the person's innocent. You know, if you say, are they biased? Of course they're biased. That's their job to be biased. But for the jury, the whole system ends up being really unbiased. And so that's the philosophy of Seeking Alpha, that we want people who own stocks to write articles explaining why they own the stock. And then when you read the article, you can say, oh, well, this person owns the stock. But now I can read an article by somebody who's bearish on the stock, who sold the stock, right? Or is short the stock, and that's fine. What we do as a platform is we put every side in front of you so that you can decide for yourself.
I
And
guess
that way,
as I've used it, I haven't seen that. And that's something I think you need to guide me through when we do this. Where
yeah,
is the contrary opinion?
so let me just for fun now. Let me. I'm going to screen share. Okay. So you see, as a premium subscriber, under every headline,
Right.
you get this label here that tells you what the person's view of the stock is, whether they're bullish or bearish.
Oh, okay.
Here, for example,
Okay.
this guy's bearish on Facebook, right?
All right.
These guys are bullish, and this guy's neutral. And one of the things I'll show you on our call is you can go to analysis here, click here. Do you see where I clicked
Yeah, yeah.
in the navigation? And I can say, you know, I just want to see the bearish and the very bearish articles on the stock. Here it is. So now I can see why people, why people are I can say if I'm want to go long this stock, now I can at least understand what I should be looking out for.